It's the hippity happy farty flappy jappy jop.
Alright, counts and countesses and all that. Bish, how's it going? Just finished Death Stranding 2, so you're getting a review of Death Stranding 2, right?
We'll get by the way.
And if you're wondering why I haven't done a review of Death Stranding, I don't want to. I was thinking about it, but I finished the game and then I hadn't actually got any footage. So I thought, well, that's that then. I thought, well, I've just finished the second one, so we'll forget the first one. But if you really do want to play the second one without playing the first one, which I don't really recommend, you get a recap of the first game on the second disc, or the second downloads game options screen thing, right? So, here you go. Right, so I'll just start from the beginning, right? When you put the game in, you download it, it takes half a day, 90 fucking thousand hours or whatever it is to download. And you start the game up, and you're Norman Reedus, and you've got a wine in your chest, and you're trying to get home. Cool. So you go Norman Reedus, and his name's Sam Porter Bridges. What a shite name, okay? Sam Porter. And he is a porter. But isn't a porter also a wine? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure you can get a Guinness porter. So it's either a clever name for what he is in the game, or he's an alcoholic. I'm going to go with alcoholic. I like. Oh, mate, you can't beat a wee Guinness porter, alright? Fuck's sake, no. Fizzy Guinness. Ice cold, out the fridge. Banging daylight today, which is 25,000 degrees in Scotland, right? Can he beat that shit? Anyway, so you're laddie-dying about, and then some French woman called Fragile shows up and says, "Guess what, mate, you're no finished delivering parcels." And he's like, "Mate, that look like fucking Postman Pat, you dick." Doesn't he say that to her, but he should have. "I'm Postman Pat, and I'm covered in shit, and you're a French fucking smoking twat." Aye, words to that effect. But Fragile is played by the ever lovely Léa Seydoux. Why? And, well, Norman Reedus is played by Norman Reedus, played by Parter, Farter, Charter, Farter, Porter. Talk shite. Sorry, I got stuck in a wee loop there. Did you notice that? How strange. So you start the game in Mexico, and then you do your wee thing, she convinces you, and then she looks after your lane, and you end up in Mexico. Delivering parcel. How the fuck did I get roped into this again? I think you can actually tell it to piss off, and then the game just sort of recycles the intro until you say aye. Kind of strange. Often wondered why the point of giving you these options. Secret endings, I suppose. And I think they just sort of, well, if you don't say aye, there's no really any games, so, well, then that's just sort of circular logic, innit? What's the point of having that in there? Just for a laugh? Fucking laugh. Sense of humour's in the toilet, mate. Aye, so anyway, you're cutting about Mexico and things happen and you find we call it a slip gate or a split gate or something. It's a weird looking thing. It's like something out of Halo or Halo 2 or something like that. I don't know. But you end up going through this thing and then you end up in Australia just like that. You know, like, I was wondering how we were going to get to Australia because there's a spaceship. Well, it looks like a spaceship in the trailer, which is actually just a Metal Gear head from, Metal Gear Solid. And then you've got the actor that looks at Solid Snake, who's no Solid Snake, but he looks at Solid Snake. I don't think Kojima's ever going to escape Metal Gear, but he's not really helping himself with things like this, do you know what I mean? On this flying spaceship thing that looks like a Metal Gear's got four massive big testicle balls on the bottom of it. Yes, you heard it here first, testicle balls. So the point of this game, much like the last one, is to reconnect blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Put the Cairo network out there, whatever the fuck that is, and then just hope for the best, because that's what we did in the first game. What is the Death Stranding? Who cares? And the basis of the game is just rebuilding everything. You rebuild roads, you rebuild monorails in this one, And you can upgrade those things because eventually the rain timefall, still haven't figured that out yet. You can get like rainfall resistant underpants, but haven't figured out how to make that into concrete and cover the concrete in underpants, I suppose. That would be a very weird sight, wouldn't it? That would be very strange. Doesn't matter. All part of the journey. So you rebuild all this shit, you talk to people and they're like, "G'day mate, you're in Australia. Would you like a fucking fried bat shrimp jobby?" You're like, "No thanks. Prefer shrimp or prawns or, kangaroo burgers." You also get to rescue animals, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. You just get to see Norman Reedus wrestle a kangaroo into a fucking big white box. And then you can see that it's kicking fuck out the box because the box is moving. I mean, is that really rescuing them when you're fucking traumatising them? And you can kill them? I've done it all. Well, I didn't do it often, I did it a couple of times. They're like, oh, you killed an animal! Well, maybe it shouldn't have fucking ran out in front of me while I was driving my truck. It's the fucking animal's fault. It's stick as shite on the demote you 100 likes, because everything's about likes in this game, because it's like it's that dystopian nightmare. Remember that episode of Black Mirror where everything's about fucking likes? The parcel's a bit beat up. I had to go through a field of fucking hostile ghosts and twats with guns. You do better. In fact, I'd drag them out their fucking wee homes and kick fuck out them. You fucking deliver these better, you bastard. Not only am I fucking delivering your fucking, what is it, Y-front cleaner, I'm also rebuilding the roads outside the entire fucking place. Putting up wee rain shelters so you don't all age to death in 10 seconds. And fucking everything else, and fucking shooting people and getting rid of. Just call me fucking Sam Venkman, you cunt. That you've got the fucking balls to sit there and tell me that, oh, the package is a wee bit scuffed. I'll fucking do your balls. I'll fucking make you a fucking backup. Excuse me, I took that a wee bit personally, but you get the idea. So you got all manner of fucking guns, and you can build your wee bikes. And the good thing about the wee bikes and the wee cars, the truck thing you got, is that eventually they become like auto, and you can just hit a button and it'll drive on the road. But it'll only drive on the road. So if there's a gap in the road, it'll stop. Or if you reach a hub area, like a distribution centre, it'll stop. Great. But that's one of the bits I really liked. I actually enjoyed repairing these roads. I found it quite relaxing. And you find mines so you can get resources, and you have to reopen the mines and do all that shit. And then you can connect monorails to the bigger mines so you can move massive amounts of shite from one area to the next closer to where your objective might be. It's all very clever stuff. And as you progress through the game, you come across these ghost mechs. These are new enemies, and you can just destroy them without any thought. You don't need to worry about killing them. But if you do kill anybody in this game, you can take them to a distribution centre and there's an incinerating thing, or you can dump them in a tar pit and then watch a BT come out the tar pit and then kill it for a lot of chiral crystals. A lot of the motherfuckers. I recommend that because it's more interesting, right? So you fight these ghost mechs and they blow up. Ever play Halo 4? When you're fighting the Prometheans, and when you kill the big ones, they just sort of dissolve in front of you. They do that. It's very satisfying. It's brilliant. I love it. Ooh, haha. So you get sections in the game later on where it's like fucking Halo. It's like there's fucking missiles get everywhere, and there's these and I thought, I didn't really expect this from this game, because it's not been that way the whole fucking time, you know. You do get bandit camps, and you can knock them all out with bullets. Don't know how they don't die. I have only managed to kill one, but I think it's because I knocked them out and they fell in the river and drowned. But then I put them in a tar pit and a big BT came out and I slaughtered that, so I killed them twice. Get a chance to kill people twice in this game, it's pretty awesome. And you get void outs when the bigger BTs in Australia eat you. And then they leave a huge crater, but eventually the crater refills itself. I think. Pretty sure I went back there about 2 or 3 days later and it filled itself back in. So I don't know if a void out's actually a tangible thing or if it's just like a hallucination for a few days. I don't know. Don't even think Kojima really knows. Do you know that? I just have that sort of... I suspect that's the case. So I do really like this game, right? It is very, very good. The graphics are smashing. I like the characters. That's another one really strong point about the game is the characters. And you've got George Miller. I don't think it's his voice, but it sounds a lot like him. But it's his face. He's in it, sort of. And then you've got Leia Sadu. Oh, lovely. Then you've got someone called Rainey, and she was in the Deadpool movies as Kimiko. Remember her? I know, nobody else does either, but lovely and good. And Elle Fanning's in it as Tomorrow. Wonder I'll have somebody in it called Yesterday in the next game. Pure Yesterday. But their whole persona and powers not tie into their name. It's pretty cool. It's weird Japanese incomprehensible shite, but it's pretty cool. If you haven't played the first game, you don't need to. Everything the first game did, this does much better. It's tighter. The game world just seems as big, but it doesn't seem as much of a slog to fix things, which I always thought was annoying. And the story progresses a lot better in this one as well. It's just lovely, just a lovely time. It's a lovely depressing time. Right, I'm off, get it up you.